Welcome back to Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Well, hello and welcome to this week's Sunday Conversation here on Big Country Politics. I'm Manny Diaz. This week our special guest is Derek Hood. He is the incumbent candidate for Abilene ISD School Board Place 1. Derek, thanks for hanging out with us today.
You bet. It's a pleasure to be here.
You are just wrapping up your first term on the school board. You're going for your second term. Before we kind of get into the why, for the folks that are perhaps new to Abilene or new to watching this program,
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so grew up here in Abilene, product of the AISD, a proud graduate of Abilene High School class of 1986. And I just had such a great experience, attending AISD, and that led me to want to be on the school board. But grew up here in Abilene, graduated from Abilene Christian University. My parents were teachers and educators, and I went into that field and taught at the public school level, junior high, high school, and then eventually went into the college ranks as a track and field cross-country coach. And that led me back to Abilene. I had the opportunity to coach at Abilene Christian University from 2005 to 2009, and I had a lot of success there, and then transitioned to the business world, and have been doing that for the past 15 years. So. Come from a family of educators. I've got two older brothers that are also high school, have taught at the high school level as well. And just glad to have been able to move back to Abilene years ago.
You're wrapping up your first term as a trustee. Tell me, what is this 4 years been like? I mean, there's a lot that's happened during this time.
You bet. It was a very exciting 4 years. I don't hope to repeat it again in the same manner, because as soon as I got sworn in, COVID hit, and for the board and the district and parents and students and the community to deal with the COVID situation and how we handled that and came through it. It was hard, and there was a lot of judgment calls that had to be made, but what kept us centered was just knowing that we needed to do what was best for the Abilene students. So I'm proud of the time that I served on the board and helped guiding the district through the COVID pandemic as well. But it's something that we're still, our students and staff still have, there's repercussions from that we're still trying to recover from. So I'm looking forward to another term, to continuing with helping our students be successful here in Abilene. Having
experienced the COVID times and certainly what's going on now with involving the system of greater schools and things like that, why run for a second term? I know that's probably the $1,000,001 question right there.
You bet. In my opinion, it would just be a disservice to myself and the Abilene ISD if I didn't do another term, because the first term you're learning the ropes, you're learning how things get done, who you need to speak to find out information, and who in the community can get you information that you need to be effective at the school district as well. So it's quite a bit of a learning situation there the first year or two. So having that experience and that knowledge now, it would just be, in my opinion, it would just be a waste of experience if I didn't run for a second term. There's so many things that I want to continue to work on through our district to improve for our students and staff that I'm very motivated to run another 4 years.
I know it's easy to look at kind of what's wrong with certain things, but perhaps you've been in this position for 4 years. What have been some of the highlights for you? You bet.
We built some new campuses, new elementary schools, Shotwell Stadium, the press box there, the new indoor facilities at both high schools. there's just a lot of things that now when you drive through Abilene, you see a lot of results of what people did before me and then what we've done in the past 4 years. The district is in a much better place now as a result of what people before me have done and then what we've done in the past 4 years, and it's something I'm very proud of.
Abilene ISD is facing some, I guess, it's some backlash in terms of how productivity is going within the students and things like that. It's subpar level that compared to other school districts in the state of Texas. The system of greater schools has been kind of called in to assist with all of this.
You bet.
Tell me, and you are a part of certainly this whole program that's being initiated with all this. Tell me about this decision and certainly how folks, as a current member of the school board, how y'all felt about this and what y'all foresee this looking like moving forward.
Yeah, you bet. So the system of greater schools is a program that we've embraced. I mean, we're a year into it now, and it provides an opportunity for school districts to look at different strategies that other districts have used that have turned around student achievement. So we're fully embracing it and looking forward to continuing with that. And you know, we are all open to new ideas and finding ways for improving student achievement in the AISD. So this is just another strategy that we have to do that.
It seemed perhaps as a hypothetical black eye, you know, because of what's the production of student, the performance of education. How do y'all see that? Or is it almost like being able to kind of push the reset button a little bit and perhaps regroup the troops?
You bet. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's comparing apples and oranges. The student body population that we have in the AISD can't be compared to other districts of similar size or because of the composition of our community here in the AISD. So, you know, you have to look a little deeper into the figures and facts and things like that. So, you know, we're committed towards improving those school ratings. I mean, that's job number one is doing that. And so with the system of great schools and some other strategies that we have, everyone on the board is focused and dedicated on that. And that has been the main focus of a new superintendent is how are we going to improve student achievement? How are we going to improve our campus ratings? How are we going to remove obstacles for all students? So we are very focused and aware of that, and that is our job number one.
You know, there's not too many people wanting to enter that education field as there once was. How much of a priority is that for y'all moving forward?
That's a big priority. With all of the universities that we have here in Abilene, we should be taking full advantage of the students that are education majors here in Abilene and at San Angelo and really anywhere in the state, and recruiting them, specifically minority educators that we can get into our school district.
When you talk about minority teachers, educators, what does that look like?
Well, it should look like what reflects the student population in Abilene. And Abilene has a very high Hispanic population, and we need more brown educators in front of our students. We need to make that a major goal, which it is, to try and have these students be able to have a teacher or an administrator that looks like what they have at home.
School vouchers has been a major talking point. It was the topic of discussion in House District 71, the House District 71 race. Mm-hmm. How closely are y'all watching this, monitoring that? And do y'all feel like this is a reality sooner than later? And is AISD would it be able to pretty much take that on?
You bet. We are ready to fight for every kid in Abilene, and the only way that that's going to happen is, you know, understanding how are we going to finance our public education here in Abilene and across the state. But yet we also have to make it where parents and students want to attend the AISD. So as a result, you know, we're ready to find all kinds of strategies to try and improve teacher morale in the district and student achievement and discipline as well. The AISD can offer so much more than the surrounding districts, and we need to do a better job of marketing that and having a communication strategy so that our school district is integrated within Abilene.
There are candidates, one especially in this particular race, that are saying that there are no parents on the school board, and that's something that they can bring to the table. But you say otherwise.
You bet. I think that's a little misleading. I mean, everybody on the board has had students that have attended and gone through the AISD. It's true that there's none. They've all recently graduated. My children attended the AISD. My last graduated a few years ago, but we're still very well connected with what's going on. My wife is a public high school teacher here in Abilene. Many of the other board members' spouses are employees of the district as well. That's a valid point, but I think it's a moot point.
Final thing here, Mr. Hood, your message to the constituents, the voters, the viewers that are watching this, why should they take a chance on you for another term?
You bet. I'm glad you asked that. I mean, I show up, whether it's with the school district or in the community. I'm involved with many nonprofits here in Abilene. I'm the board president of Frontier Texas. I am the president-elect of the Abilene Sports Alliance, Cactus Lions. You know, I show up. When there's events, I'm there. You'll see me there. I support the Abilene community. I'm heavily involved in the Abilene community. You know, you'll see me at MLK marches. One of my classmates, Terry Munson, and his family was honored there. Another classmate, Artie Brailsford, his father, Val Brailsford, there's a housing community that was renamed after him. I was there. I will show up. If it's important to the community, it's important to me. Talk to anyone that knows Derek Hood, and you bring up Abilene, Texas, and then they know that I'm an advocate and that I show up, and that the old saying, talk is cheap, is something I value. I'm not just going to talk the talk, I'm going to walk the walk. I show up and I'm involved.
Mr. Hood, thank you for your time today.
You bet. Thank you.
Alrighty. For incumbent candidate representing Place 1 for Abilene ISD School Board, Mr. Derek Hood, I'm Manny Diaz. This has been another Sunday Conversation right here on Big Country Politics. We'll see you next time. God bless.